We're back.
We're back. And then we should add a little do-do-do-do or some
Yeah, we
type
can do
of
that.
little sound in there. So,
Okay. You want to just jump right into it?
I think we just did.
I didn't even say the catchphrase.
Oh. You said welcome back. Wait. Has it been that long and I forgot?
Thinking is hard.
Oh.
And welcome back.
I definitely forgot.
That's all right. So we're back. Woo! Season 3 has just begun. So, yes, we're starting our season 3 of e.t.c, End of Thought Capacity. And if this is your first time with us, you're in for quite the season, I like to think.
Yes.
I think we have a nice season coming up.
But if you don't know us, my name is Bailey, and this is my sweet, sweet husband, Josh.
Hi.
And we've been doing the podcast for about 2 seasons now. I want to say from the beginning of 2022 until now. We did take a short break. Well, it felt pretty short for us, but it was 4 months. And yeah, we're back with another season. And this season's more themed, I would say. The other seasons are kind of just like
All over the place.
Kind of all over the place. Like we're doing we're reading Reddit posts or we're watching TikToks or, certain stuff.
I mean, so this season will be kind of all over the place too. However, it's got an overarching theme
A common
to it.
theme.
And that theme is relationships. And we just want to talk about relationships. We're really into hot tea.
Oh, yeah.
And
love drama. Just not when it comes to
love drama. We just
don't have any.
Yeah, so we look elsewhere for drama.
Yep.
So we kind of have this episode is going to be pretty much just us catching up and letting you guys know what to look forward to this season. So how was your Christmas break? Our breaks in season 2.
You're asking me how our break was?
Yes.
Our break was good. So I think we ended the last season before October, or maybe even before September. I can't remember. Between then, it was September, October. And that's when everything went cray-cray. Like, within my job, if you do marketing or any job really that has any sort of event coming up between October through December, that time is like Halloween events, there's Thanksgiving events, potentially, then there's Christmas events, like back to back to back. So that's what I've been doing. And one of those events was a parade, which was really fun.
Oh yeah, we were in parade.
We did a Christmas parade, so that kind of sums up our little Christmas shenanigans. But I also, man, that month went by so fast. There was just so much going on. So I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer or anything, but like I definitely didn't enjoy December as much as I wanted to because I was so busy doing other things, like the Pictures with Santa event. We had then the same day the parade. There was just other things going on. That we had a parade the weekend before that we went to, but it just didn't feel like Christmas, and I'm not sure if I'm the only one that feels that way. But yeah.
I mean, if you're working all the way through Christmas, then it probably won't feel very much like Christmas.
It felt like Christmas on Christmas Eve, and then like even on Christmas Day, I was like, oh, it's already over. Wow. Christmas Eve is, I don't know. To me, Christmas Eve is like the day that it feels the most Christmassy. So, but that's what I did. What did you do in those 4 months?
What did I do?
Did you turn 25?
I did turn 25. I turned 25 December 27th.
Yep.
Good old 25. Halfway through my 20s. Oh,
What's
boy.
What's better than 24?
25.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a Friendsgiving for our Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Had some friends over. We got like 2 picnic fold-up tables.
From my job.
Put them right next to each other. Bought this big old
it was
covering
cute.
thing.
Maybe we can insert a picture.
Yeah, we'll see if we can add a picture. We went to Orlando for Christmas. Well, for Christmas Day, we left here, went to Orlando.
We left on Christmas Day.
To go hang out with my dad and my brother, and we got a nice suite over in Orlando. We stayed there for Christmas Day,
the whole week,
my birthday, and then New Year's. And New Year's, like we were like, oh, we should go here, and then we were like, let's just stay home.
Yeah, so
because it was crazy in Orlando.
Something I will never do again, unless I have like park reservations for Disney, but you have to get those like months in
Oh
advance
my,
for
years,
New Year's
if
Eve.
you can.
Yeah.
As soon as it opens.
And we were like, oh my gosh, well, we don't have reservations because our time is blocked out because we have a certain pass where during major holidays we can't go to Disney, which is totally fine. But I was getting a little bit of FOMO while I was there because I was like, dang, like everyone's going to Disney for New Year's Eve. What can we do? And we were looking like all over just to find something. And then we found something kind of like mediocre. And we're like, yeah, we'll go to it. And then last minute we were like, yeah, we'll just stay at the hotel and watch the fireworks that were right next door, which was great.
Yeah, the next door hotel had fireworks. It was like so a Marriott or something.
Oh my gosh.
And that was pretty all right.
And the best part, like this will be a core memory for me, but there was a part where, you know how like fireworks have a finale? There was this song that the DJ was playing and the beat dropped like right. It was so good. Like I don't think they should have done that for the fireworks show, but it just worked out. It worked out really good. It was great.
So. And so we got to ride the Velocicoaster, in Universal, because we went to Universal on my birthday, and that was a lot of fun.
Yes.
That was a long day of walking and waiting in lines, but it was worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah. So if you're not a seasoned, let me backtrack really quick. So Josh's brother and Josh's dad are from Texas. So there's there's some theme parks there.
Six Flags.
Yeah, there's that, and then Hurricane Harbor, things like that. Exactly. So. They're not like seasoned theme park goers, so that day was so long for them. I mean, it was even long for us.
It was pretty waiting for what was the longest one we waited? We waited for Hagrid's the longest.
2.5 hours.
That one was a while.
It was terrible.
It took a while.
It was
but it was worth it. It was a great roller coaster.
Great ride. But it was like a never-ending line, and
oh my God.
there was a
You'd
point
take
where
a turn and another turn.
There was a point where you're in a cave, and the cave gets smaller and shorter, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have claustrophobia, but I might. So, yeah, but
overall, it was worth it.
Yeah, the whole day was really good. We didn't have any problems. I think the only problem you had is you had to pee really bad.
Oh my God, we were standing in Rip Ride and Rocket's line, and I didn't really have to pee before we got in, but then I got in and I was like, I really have to go. And the entire time, up until a point, the entire time I was like, I'm going to die. My bladder's going to explode. It's going to make all of my organs toxic and I'm going to die, in ride line. And I was like, man, they really should put at least one bathroom like halfway through a ride line because I can't be the only one that has this situation. And then like 2/3 of the way through the line, my bladder was like, you don't have to go anymore. You don't have to feel that feeling anymore. And I was like, well, that's nice, but like, it's probably going to come back to haunt me. I'm going to get a kidney stone or something. Yeah. So
yeah,
I was able to hold it. I was able to hold it. And then to put the cherry on top of my suffering, Rip Ride and Rocket didn't have any music in my chair.
And then I passed out.
And then Bailey passed out.
Which I like.
You had music, but you passed out.
So it was not fair. So the person who should have had music that was actually conscious did not have any music.
It was still a good ride, but like it's Rip Ride and Rocket. You got to have music on it. They pulled my lap down thing, and you had this tiny little screen, and I pressed it, and there was nothing on the screen. I pressed it again, nothing on the screen. So, yeah. I was like, oh, well, no music for me, I guess.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would just play something, but they didn't, so.
Yeah, like even a random song, like give me something.
The computer of mine was probably
So he wrote in silence, and then I found out later that I passed out. Yeah. I knew I passed out after the first, like, I don't know if you ever rode the ride, but there's like a first part, and then I felt really lightheaded. That's all I remember, and then it was the end of the ride.
Yeah, you woke up. You were conscious for about like 0.5 seconds of the ride.
I've never passed out on a ride, but your dad had a really good theory. He was saying that there's a part where you go. It's the beginning of the ride.
Oh, where you going straight up?
You're going straight up. So it's possible that the blood had rushed through my head and made me. Because you immediately drop when you're at the top, and you do a little loop-de-loop, and then you go around a few things, and yeah. So it's possible. Because I never passed out on any other ride. Just that one, and I'll do it again. I never passed out, but I'll do it again for that.
I think you almost passed out on Velocicoaster, didn't you?
No, I was
no. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that ride was fine.
It was just Rep Ride then. Well,
I was just screaming my head off.
Oh, yeah. So Universal's great. Also in the month of November, was that?
That was December.
When did we do the turkey trot? Before or after Thanksgiving?
We did the turkey trot on Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving Day. It was amazing. It was so awesome.
She kicked my butt. She ran the whole thing. chickened out.
I took the time on Saturdays to go run in the cold and run in the heat at like 6 a.m. right before the sun rose. But you also have a bad knee.
It's not that bad, but it's not great. No.
So I don't discount you at all. So
no, my knee doesn't like me.
I was also pushing myself. I stopped for like 2 seconds because I was like, oh God, I'm not sure if I can do this. And then I picked back up and I went. So, and that was like towards the end. I'd stop for 2 seconds and I'm like, okay, no, we're going.
You kick my butt. That was all right. We can do it again next year, I guess.
Oh, we're doing it again. This is going to be a family. We're going to be that family. Yeah. So whenever our child brings a girlfriend or boyfriend, or like if they're married, they're going to marry into a turkey trot family.
We only did the 5K, and I think that's all we're ever going to do because I'm not doing a marathon.
I agree with you. I only want to do 5Ks. I feel like I will.
I need to make sure I save this part of the podcast specifically so that 10 years from now when Bailey goes, I want to do a marathon, I can play this.
That's so kind of you. 10 years from now, I'm going to be 34. You think I'm going to do?
People do marathons at older.
But that's nice of you to think that I would want to do that at that age. Not saying that they're old, because they're not. Like 34 is still really young.
I mean, some people do get some bad injuries when they're 30s and then they can't do much running. But hey.
That's why you got to keep exercising.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. That's
keep exercising.
But if there is a Disney 5K and y'all see it, tag me, because I want to do it. Because they're gone. Like, they're all gone. They were sold out for the 5K at Disney. And they had the half marathon and they had the marathon. But anyway, yeah, if you ever see a 5K, let me know. And then turkey trot, of course. Because if they had like a jingle 5K for like
for
Christmas.
Disney or whatever?
No, just for Christmas.
I'm sure they do that.
I would do that.
They do 5Ks for all sorts of holidays.
I'd also be down to
do one. They do 5Ks because it's, Saturday. So
I'd also be down to do one for like celiac or like breast cancer awareness, things like that.
Like a fundraiser sort of thing.
Yeah, fundraiser. Cool, I'm down. I mean, we've done those things before where we like walk 1 mile for elephants every day.
Yeah.
And then the ab workout thing for, I think that was also for breast cancer. Anyway, I'm down to do anything, just not a marathon or half marathon.
Oh, yeah. So I think you got another job, so that
yes, I start Monday. Thing. Yeah, so I got another job. I'm putting my full time to halftime, and then I'm doing halftime with the new job. So yeah, still marketing, still same old, just learning more skills. And in this job, I get to learn Photoshop.
Oh yeah, more Adobe stuff.
And what's that one?
Premiere? No.
Starts with an F.
Illustrate. Or
it's a editing software. Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro. That's not Adobe at all. Yeah. Final Cut Pro.
No, yeah.
That's
I said
Apple,
another.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll get to learn that. And that'll be cool because I don't have a lot of skill in those. So it'll be cool to be like in all aspects and all.
She getting her hustle in.
I'm trying.
I'm going to be a stay-at-home cat dad soon.
Sure are.
So for this season, like I said, we're looking to do relationships. So we're hoping to maybe bring on some guests, maybe possibly. If anything, we might just like take some of the situations our friends have been in and be like, or if you guys have any stories you want to share or any situations you want to share,
we don't judge.
We really don't care.
We care. As I like went like this, but we really don't. Like even when we're watching reality TV, we're just like,
I mean,
he should have known better, or she should have known better, or something.
We dislike toxic people. We try and keep it fair, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing we might want to cover is our past relationships. So like things that we have done, things that,
things we definly made as a red flag for the next relationship.
Yeah, or were cringe that we did in relationships.
Oh boy.
That'll be fun. We want to cover like red flags. I think we want to do an episode on like important red flags and then subtle red flags.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely a bunch of red flags. And we can even use Reddit. Like people, isn't there like r/red flags or something? Or am I just crazy?
I'm sure there's a lot of subreddits we could work with, but I bet there's one for red flags specifically. Yeah. Oh, I bet there's one for that too.
We could use that, or we could talk about the red flags we saw that were like, or we can get some from TikTok too. So we can go any route with the red flags. If we do have any guests, it'll most likely be people that are close to us.
If we do get guests, they'll probably be maybe voice change if they want to stay anonymous.
That's cool.
Stuff like that. Just keep things chill. Don't need to be calling people out.
Yeah.
Some people might get called out if you're being real nasty.
Yeah.
But
I mean, honestly, when I'm thinking about talking about our previous relationships, I'm like, this is the one thing I was scared to do because I just don't want any of those people to come like after me because they potentially could. I mean, it's not. I'm not.
Just don't say names.
I'll use different names.
That's fair.
I'll come up with different names,
Yeah.
but they know who they are, and the people watching, they know who they are. So there's a lot of people who don't know who they are though. So I shouldn't be too feared.
That's deep. Some people don't know who they are.
Well, they don't. I mean, if there were like some people watching, then I don't know. They don't know who Schmaxon is.
So this season we're hoping to get some like feedback and ideas from y'all. So please, you can reach out to us on Instagram and through YouTube comments
at
and
e.t.c
stuff like
podcast. And our email is also at endofthoughtcapacity@gmail.com. So
all one word.
You can just email us. I don't know if it can be anonymous though. If you want to make a separate Google account or something, or if you want to go off your mom's or something, like that's fine.
To stay anonymous, we'll keep you anonymous.
Oh yeah, no, okay, true. Yeah, I would never put your name.
And I think lastly, we're gonna kind of change how the season, like the rhythm of the season. I think we're trying to keep it mainly like one full episode per month. Just because we both work full time and don't have the capability of
the
editing.
Capacity? We don't have the capacity?
And the thought capacity? We don't have the thought capacity to do
Weekly
an episode
episodes.
every week. It was a lot of work.
And it also made it, like, for me at least, kind of to a point where I was getting burnout for making episodes. I would kind of be like, oh, I don't really want to record today. So a monthly episode is good. And next month is February, so...
Ooh, Valentine's Day drama!
So, yeah.
However, I would like to do, like, infrequent content. So maybe TikToks that are kind of like mini episodes that are like a minute long or something, where we just, like, ramble about something for a minute. And just, like, small stuff. Just in between, if we get ideas to talk about. And they're like...
Are you talking about the little stories, like Instagram stories, YouTube stories, like the little shorts?
Yeah, stuff like that. Or just like...
That's easy.
Just small stuff that's not like going to go into a big episode, but we just want to talk about it for a minute or two.
Yeah, so I think what he's saying is when we think of something at like the dinner table or in the car, we just kind of set up a camera and we're like, hey, let's talk about this.
Oh yeah, we do that all the time.
What should we call that? Hey, let's chat. Oh... Something thoughts, because thought capacity.
Oh yeah.
So like
quick thoughts or something.
Sure.
Quick thoughts.
Quick thoughts. Yeah.
That's fun.
Something fun. So
we'll put something together.
Because we tend to talk about things off camera. Obviously, we talk about a lot of.
We don't talk at all. This is the only time we talk. The only time we can sit down together.
We get along really well for some people who don't talk at all.
Don't talk at all.
But yeah, that's something that we could do, because like I said, we definitely talk about a bunch of random things, and we do watch a lot of TikToks. Trying to get off toxic talk right now, kind of. That's never gonna happen. Trying to get myself back onto like cat TikTok and memes and stuff, like it was way before all the toxic stuff came. But occasionally I'll see a video and I'll be like scrolling and I'll be like, what'd he say about her? Oh, and then I'll start scrolling. Should we start stitching things? Is that what we're gonna start doing? That'd be the quickest way of doing it. Stitch it. We can, but stitching also tags the person who made that video. That's true. Yeah. So we're not assholes, but we will look like them if we say something that they may not agree with. Hey, not everyone's going to agree with you. This is the internet. There's a lot of very different opinions out there. Right. You're more in the mindset of like, I don't care who I piss off. For me, to a degree. But for me, I'm like, I'm scared. Oh, so, yeah. But I'm trying to get better. I am getting better with that. Yeah. But I think if you're not being malicious, I mean, what are they going to say? Yeah, because what we could do if you're being malicious, then yeah, you're going to get in some trouble. But if you're just like, hey, that's not right, what we could do is we can stitch it and be like, whoa, stop there. backtrack. So what you did was...
It sounds like a don't do drugs campaign. Whoa, stop. Say no to drugs. Say no to relationship abuse. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll see. But I definitely agree that we should do some mini episodes and things like that, because if we're going to only be posting for a month,
you guys are going to have so much time in between episodes.
Right. We're only, exactly. Like we're posting once a month. You get like nothing between those 3 weeks. You start losing interest. Well, that's really all we have for this episode. We just kind of wanted to give you guys an introductory to our next season and what we have planned. So we're really excited. Our next episode will come out in February.
Alrighty. Well, this was kind of a short episode, but I promise our next episodes will be a lot longer, probably too long. And we'll try and get some infrequent content in there to keep you guys entertained. And we will see you next episode on
e.t.c.
Bye. Bye.